Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. One more time on your mind and your eyes. So, uh, back to my reflecting. Uh, I was thinking back on some information I probably already shared, but with a new twist and new perspective as I um, try to figure out this scheme and plot against me. Uh, Lifetime of troubles, and well, let's get to it. So back in 2000. I believe it was 2006. I got into a little situation in Corcoran Yard, in Corcoran Shoe, Corcoran, California, Corcoran State Prison. And so I ended up fighting this dude, and some other guy stabs him. Uh, the report on the yard was that I hit the guy with closed fists, and the other guy obviously they caught him with the weapon, and there was another guy on the yard that looked exactly like me. So, anyways, they take us to court. The other guy looks exactly like me. They dropped the case on him, even though we look identical, and they continue to press charges on me. And what I found kind of weird was that the lawyer that was talking to me, she was talking to me like she knew me, and she was telling me about my past and how they felt that I was oh, I didn't do it. I've heard this before. People trying to sweet talk you and stuff, and at that same around that same time is when I got the letter, when they were offering something on the table, and the girl even asked at the end. She even got mad and tried to offer me money. After I had already tried to get rid of her, which I believe is my was my sister, Reina Diaz, or my stepmother, or my father's wife, Maria Diaz. And so, anyways, as I'm going to court, I'm going to court for over 2 years because, first of all, my the dude that's my crimey, he's trying to admit to what he did. Second of all, they're threatening me with life, and and I wanted to go home. And more than that, I wanted to go home. I was just afraid of what my mom was gonna feel like if she found out that I wasn't coming home. So that's what really made me feel bad, and kind of that pressured me to end up taking a deal. Well, before I took the deal, uh, the lawyer chick told me that they had got a call or had a judge from LA, speak on my behalf. And uh, I don't remember the exact words, but first of all, I don't know no judges. I've only been, you know, uh, found guilty of a charge before a judge once in my life, which was the case that the case that I was doing time for. So you know, so I'm thinking that either my father Enrique Diaz was a judge, or Maria Diaz was a judge, and the sister became some part of the DA or FBI investigation. So fast forward to Calipat, when my neighbor's telling me, my neighbor from San Fernando Valley, I believe his name was Frank or something like that, telling me that he knows some girls that I know that have access to my files, and pretty much kind of threatened me, trying to put me in the spot to become an informant, and I turned him down, and that's when I got in trouble with my people. Um, so the whole time I believe that my strange family, they have um, ambitions of political ambitions. I really think that one of them is trying to become president, which is obviously uh, Enrique Diaz, trying to run for president. He probably has some political connections, and uh, and they all do have political connections because they're letting these people on a prison yard to come to see me, but not to visit me, to threaten me. And and the worst part about it is that, they're trying to get at me, but when they're trying to get at me, they're letting people get stabbed. And I don't know if anybody died, but I seen death in these people's eyes, and I felt bad. People, trying to hold their guts in, people getting, guys that didn't have nothing coming, getting jumped on, and just fucking um bleeding everywhere, and I've seen this all my whole life. And this is some of the worst incidents that that I have experienced in my 21 year, or my 18 years in prison. And so the thing is that, first, I've been hounded from the beginning. uh Nobody's approaching me, nobody's talking to me, but they're trying to get me out of prison to clean up their name. But first they're trying to do it by me telling, and then I wasn't willing to tell, so they do this surgery, whatever they did, to pretty much use me as their spy. And everybody around me is going down. And then, uh, you know, since I've had the FBI's attention for the longest, it's not gonna look too good on these people's ambitions to become, the whatever political positions they're trying to get. And and since they couldn't get rid of me, I believe that their plot was to put me in a position once again where they were gonna force me to uh, become a government witness, so they could put me in a protection program and just erase my name. And when that didn't work, they tried to get me stabbed so that I'll be more inclined to cooperate with them and do the same thing, erase me from the system, and that way they could proceed with their political ambitions. And and then they offered me, the pardon, which would have probably left me with no money after all this shit where they're trying to kill me. And but before the pardon, since I wouldn't cooperate with them, and I wasn't falling into their traps, they gave me this shot that was supposed to kill me. But you know, God hadn't decided it's time for His Son to leave yet. and so now they're like, well, let's offer him a pardon, and I refused the pardon, because I don't know what kind of deals that, obviously it wasn't a good deal, because uh, the true colors, were exposing themselves more and more as time went on. People attacking me, and this whole time, they're making me out to be this bad guy. But I mean, everybody else loved me. All even the officers, when I picked up my first case in my case in Corcoran, they hinted that towards that the case shouldn't have went to court as the way the it was written up. I had just used my hands, and they were the last. Let's be honest, they were the last people that would want me to go to court, because I have all kinds of dirt on them. I know what's going on inside and out of that prison. I've seen a lot of things, and experienced a lot of things. I've been on both sides where I could have easily turned and told on them. So at first I thought they were threatening me and making fun of me, but now I realize that they were doing the best they could to hint towards me that something was wrong, and that I shouldn't have been going to court, according to how the officer had written the report. And so I believe the whole time, my estranged family has been trying to put me in a position where, either I'm gonna do life, uh, and 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 make me cooperate, or just erase me, and that'll be that. Uh, but they didn't take into account that, you know I don't like bullies, and I stand up to all bullies and anybody trying to, not only for myself but for those around me. Anybody who's trying to step on somebody because they might be lower class, or they might not have money, or they might have mental health issues, or just anybody that you might think you're better than, I try to defend those people. and and they didn't take into account that, the higher powers, that be, appreciate those kind of things, and didn't want these people, these ungrateful people, uh you know to ascend to some type of power of position where they could just mindlessly take out, their own family, or just kill them, like just get rid of them, like, I'm a piece of trash or something. But hey, you know tables turn, man, and you know eventually somebody will figure out, Enrique Diaz, Maria Diaz, and Reina Diaz. Somebody will figure them out. Somebody will find them. Somebody else will figure this out. There's so many cases revolving around myself that not only have to do with me, but have to do with other people. Somebody somewhere will open the door that'll get us to the truth, And there's a lot of people out there that were hurt around me. I'm sorry to say, but probably because of me. Uh, um, but in the end, it wasn't really because of me. It was because of these people that just thought they were they were trying to play God, and use us as pawns, and decide when and where we could live, and for how long. So yeah, that's a little update on some of the information that I have. There's a lot out there, but it's been a long road, man. So it's hard to get these all uh, situated and put into the correct position. But you know, the last thing I gotta say is fuck you. I'm still alive, motherfuckers. Thank you, man. You guys have a good day. God bless.